53,000 people packed into the Mestalla, home of Valencia, for the Copa del Rey final, and that is what they're playing for. The Mestalla has hosted 9 previous finals, the last of which was back in 2011 when Real Madrid beat Barcelona 1-0 after extra time. Ronaldo got the goal. He doesn't play tonight, but you get the feeling this one will be just as close. So, Gio, who has the psychological edge here? Barcelona, because they've already done the double over Real Madrid and there's no Ronaldo, or Real because of Barcelona's recent poor form?
Well, I think the pressure, will be on Real, because I think they're slight favourites today because of the recent games of Barcelona. I think that will give them a slight advantage. But I'm curious how the teams will play against each other, what system, where does Fabregas will play, where does Messi play. I think those are very exciting things to watch today.
Where would you play them?
Well, I wouldn't play with Fabregas up front. I would play him on midfield. And as Jerry said, you know, with Messi, Neymar, Pedro and Alexis maybe up front, one of those 3. With the speed, I think that's very important in these kind of games. And I think that they lack a bit of speed up front.
How's this going to go, Jerry?
Well, I'm expecting Real Madrid to come out and press them just like Atletico Madrid did. If Carlo Ancelotti's done his homework and saw the first 20 minutes of the last Champions League game, that's what you do. You put pressure on the back four and say, well, come on and try and play out against us. And I'm hoping that's what they're going to do. But you don't know. The pressure of a final, as Gio was saying, it could get the players.
OK, it was just 24 days ago when we witnessed one of the best Clásicos we've ever seen. Let's hope for the same again tonight. The Copa del Rey final commentary team, Terry Gibson and Kevin Keatings.
Thank you, Scott. Good evening, everyone. Gareth Bale goes in search of his first major trophy. In this, of course, his first season in Spain. Wonderful atmosphere at this fantastic Mestalla stadium. And in front of his Royal Highness, whose name lends itself to the Copa del Rey, King Juan Carlos. A clutch of the finest footballers on the planet, prepare to go head-to-head. This will be the 229th time in their illustrious histories that these two have met in all competitions. Surprisingly, only the 7th time in a Copa del Rey final. For the record, in those finals, it's been 3 wins each. In which Messi turns up tonight, the hat-trick hero from the Clásico last month at the Bernabeu, or the somewhat sulky and out of sorts Leo Messi in matches either side of that Clásico. Cristiano Ronaldo frustratingly has to sit out this final owing to injury. Terry Gibson alongside me. Terry, how much is that Ronaldo absence going to play on this particular encounter?
Well, of course it is, Kevin. 45 goals this season for Real Madrid. That's about average for him during his time at Real Madrid.
Well, Barcelona make 4 changes from their surprise 1-0 league defeat away to Granada last weekend. Dani Alves, Marc Bartra, Jordi Alba and Xavi return. Montoya, Adriano, Song and Pedro drop out. Must have been a temptation for Tata Martino to call upon Barcelona's leader, one of many in the ranks, including, of course, the captain tonight, Xavi. But Carlos Puyol is on the bench. But Iker Casillas is back in the Real Madrid side, as he has been for all the cup games this season. Although, still, to the dismay of many, he plays second fiddle in the league to Diego Lopez. Took Iker Casillas until 2011 here in the Clásico final to win the competition for the first time. And it's Real Madrid who also make 4 changes from their 4-0 home league win against Almeria last weekend. As well as Casillas returning, so too Dani Carvajal, Sergio Ramos and Xabi Alonso. Lopez, Nacho, Rafa Varane and Asia Iaramendi make way. Tata Martino, like his opposite number, Carlo Ancelotti, in their first seasons with these two giants, and both in search of their first major trophy. Yes, Martino won the Spanish Super Cup over 2 legs against Atletico Madrid at the start of the season, but this takes on greater significance. Referee for the final, Antonio Mateo Lahoz. And if it's anything like the League Clásico that Barcelona won 4-3 last month at the Bernabeu, we are in for a treat. Neymar looking, of course, for his first major trophy too. A time for big hearts and big personalities. When you play or coach for one of these two, there's no place to hide. Every moment, every thought scrutinised in the minutest detail. The headlines for the 2014 Copa del Rey final are yet to be written. Whose name awaits the history books? And there was only one goal when they met here in the final 3 years ago, but it was a cracking game, settled by a soaring Cristiano Ronaldo header in extra time. Barcelona have won both league meetings this season, Terry. Does that have any part to play?
No, it doesn't. And I don't think the weekend's results will have any part to play. This is a one-off. We come to that stage of the season where we do get the proverbial cup final every game, but this is the real thing. And I think what's gone on between the two teams this season will count for nothing tonight. Both teams will believe they're the best team. Both teams will believe they will win this game. And I expect plenty of goals.
Well, it's fair to say that neither come into it in the greatest of form. Real Madrid were very fortunate to advance to the semi-finals of the Champions League after an anemic performance away to Borussia Dortmund. And Barcelona have the prospect, should they lose here, of possibly losing a potential treble in the space of a week. They're now third favourites for the league title after that defeat at Granada. Here's Modric. Now Pepe. Di Maria has had a sparkling season. Straight to Busquets, and now Jordi Alba. Iniesta. There's Marc Bartra, the rookie centre-back. What a big evening it is for him. No Gerard Piqué, of course. And Puyol, who's had persistent knee problems over the last 18 months or so. Not risked from the start, but as I said, he is on the bench. So Barcelona without really their best centre-back partnership and their #1 goalkeeper. Victor Valdez out injured, of course. That's a foul on Neymar. Mateo Lahoz with a card out for Isco after less than 3 minutes of the Copa del Rey final.
Slightly tough on Isco out early on in the game. The player, looking at the starting lineup, but it is a clear foul, and it is probably, doesn't matter what minute of the game it is, will give a yellow card. He's playing in that midfield trio. I was wondering where he was going to start tonight, where he was going to play. It's Bale on the left up front, Di Maria starting on the right. Benzema, of course, leading the line. And Isco playing in that midfield trio with Xabi Alonso and Luka Modric. So he's going to have to make 1 or 2 more challenges in that department of the pitch.
Here's Neymar starting on the right, where he did for last month's Clásico at the Bernabeu, and came in for plenty of criticism for his lack of work rate, which allowed Di Maria to really run the show in that match for 20 minutes. Here's Jordi Alba, challenged by Carvajal. And the referee says goal kick. There's no real complaint from Barcelona, but he had to time that, Dani Carvajal.
Yeah, certainly not penalty, no dive. No real appeal from Barcelona, just good defending from Carvajal. Clearly gets the ball in, knocks it onto Jordi Alba. Impressive bit of play there from Barcelona, quick pass in, and the forward run of Jordi Alba certainly caused the Real Madrid defence a problem.
Well, a general consensus of opinion, Terry, over Martino's starting 11 tonight is that one of Pedro or Alexis should have started. Are you in that camp?
Very firmly. I'm still waiting to see where Fabregas is playing and how Barca are set up. It's not yet clear. He's been up front, he's been on the left of the attack. Now you can see him back in central midfield. It is a fluent midfield. It's a 4 instead of a 3.
There's a chance here for Gareth Bale! He had support at the far post from Di Maria, but only one thing on Bale's mind there was to strike for goal.
And it was the right thought on his mind, wasn't it? He played the ball forward, he's going with a great little pass. Bale on the move, on the run. He gets great contact with it, a good strike. Just drags it past the far post. Really scared there for Barcelona already. Both teams have had decent attacks and it looks promising.
Messi. Jordi Alba, here's Iniesta. Now Xavi playing in his 4th Copa del Rey final. In by Dani Alves, it's comfortable for Casillas. Did well under pressure there, Ramos. The referee applies advantage. Challenge came in from Fabregas. Nice switch ball, and this is Karim Benzema. Isco, and now Bale claims a corner, and it is the first corner of the game goes to Real Madrid.
But he'll be very pleased if he starts to the game when he's 6 minutes in. A couple of attempts on goal. And the attacking play from both teams is so quick, so elusive, difficult for defenders to pick up. Benzema there threads the ball into Gareth Bale. And good skill to get away from his marker.
In by Modric. Contrao will take the throw, getting a decent run in the side at the moment, the Portuguese international, owing to the injuries to Arbeloa and Marcelo. It's not just Ronaldo missing from this final. Hesse, very promising young striker, also out, as is Sami Khedira. Contrao. Alonso. A little dummy from Contrao, but Isco wasn't alive to it. Here's Neymar. Closing the door. Contrao.
Both teams are doing that really well at the moment. Starting with real intensity in terms of pressing the ball as quickly as they can.
Fabregas. Xavi Hernandez. Now Iniesta. No contact, says the referee, who points at Iniesta and said, you're trying to trick me there. And now Iniesta. A little push, which is enough to draw the referee's attention this time.
I think the referee gets it both right on each occasion there. Iniesta was expecting contact from Pepe, but it wasn't forthcoming, and then Iniesta does give away the foul.
Another referee on another night might have booked Iniesta for simulation there. Carvajal. He's had such a promising season, Danny Carvajal. You could argue a strong case. He's pretty much the first choice right back now. Mascherano.
It was a frantic start, wasn't it? It just appears now as if the pace is just dropping a touch. It would be expected. Both teams going for it in the opening minutes of the game.
Iniesta. Messi. This is Xavi. Neymar. Dani Alves. Loses out to Isco. Finds a good pass for Bale. Here's Benzema. Onto Di Maria. It's a brilliant move from Real Madrid. Angel Di Maria. Yes! Reward for a great season for Angel Di Maria at the end of a sweeping Real Madrid move. Too good.
It's a great move from Real Madrid. They win the ball back quickly, and from there, they really go for the throat. They know that Barcelona are going to be weaker in defence. There was a hint of an offside there. You see one or two Barcelona players looking across. Dani Alves is the player, loses possession. He's there, Isco gets the ball rolling, Gareth Bale is involved. And I think Di Maria's offside there, as Benzema plays the ball forward. Plenty of work to do. I thought he was going to return the pass to Gareth Bale. He went solo, went for it himself, and managed to squeeze it past Pinto. It's been a brilliant start to the game. Attack from both sides, but it's Real Madrid who strike first.
Well, Ronaldo enjoyed it as much as anyone. And certainly Jordi Alba had a look around at the assistant on this near side as the ball was swept into the path of Di Maria, and he wasn't hanging around waiting for any possible flag. And here he comes again, the Argentine international. Any criticism of Pinto at all, Terry, in that?
It's difficult, isn't it, 1 against 1. Di Maria was under pressure from the defender, but managed to get his shot off. The goalkeeper might claim it's so close to him, might have used his legs to stop and block it. Just been a little lapse in concentration when he assumed that the assistant referee's flag was going to be raised. Certainly it's a great start for Real Madrid.
In by Benzema. I just wonder what that will do to Barcelona from a mental point of view. They just suffered a few days which you would mark down as some of the worst in their history. In terms of dropping out of the Champions League and dropping down to third favourites in the thrilling race for the league title. But they need a response.
All the attacking, creative players were involved in that goal as well, weren't they? It was Isco who won the ball back. Bale played his part, Benzema with the assist, and Di Maria with the finish. Real Madrid have had 3 attacks. We could have scored on all 3. And I think they know that there's hope for them attacking that Barcelona defence.
Real Madrid, incidentally, are yet to concede a goal in this season's Copa del Rey. The only previous side to get to a final without conceding were Athletic Bilbao way back in 1916, and they only played one game. There were only 3 teams in the competition that year, and they had a bye all the way to the final. And by Neymar, it's Iniesta trying to lay it off for Fabregas. Modric there first. Here's the goal scorer, Di Maria. I like the situation with Iniesta earlier. The referee saw that as a dive by Di Maria. Xavi. By Dani Alves, Pepe unchallenged.
Good shape so far at the back, Real Madrid. They're allowing Barcelona possession. Back four is in place. Xabi Alonso just in front. They're tracking the runs. They're making it hard for the Barcelona strikers to find any space.
Xavi. Neymar. Alves. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. And Sergio Busquets. Neymar on the turn. Almost seemed to react off the Barcelona fans' cries there, Neymar. There's a little bit of afters involving Neymar and Pepe.
There's an accusation for control of an elbow. There's an accusation of Pepe that was the use of the head from Neymar. I love the pass from Busquets. Looked like he was going to go out wide, wasn't it? Surprised everyone, slid it into the feet of Neymar, who put himself against the defender. He was hoping that the referee saw fit to award the penalty. There's close contact from Contrell. I think Neymar's doing as much backing in as Contrell. He's trying to get close to him.
The national team coach, Vicente Del Bosque, was calling for a sportsmanlike Copa del Rey final. Good luck with that.
Neymar certainly sticks his head in, but he is provoked by Contrell. It didn't take long, did it? 16 minutes, we got a goal. We've had 3 or 4 near misses. A couple of players diving. And now a set to. Del Bosque will be pleased. There's none of the Spanish players involved.
Well, the book was out. And the referee looks like he's going to book Neymar and Pepe there. Jordi Alba. So 3 yellow cards already. Isco, Neymar, Pepe. Just in case you've joined us in the last few moments, Real Madrid lead through a goal from Angel Di Maria. Slight question of offside. It was a close run thing. Real Madrid got the benefit as Di Maria strode onto a Karim Benzema pass. And although Pinto got a hand to his shot, couldn't keep it out. Real Madrid without Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think Contrell might have been the player most involved in that. Set to with Neymar. It's Pepe that's picked up the yellow card. I'm pleased to see Isco featuring heavily in the game so far, and player who's always been first choice under Ancelotti. An exciting choice to play tonight.
A lovely touch from Neymar. How far forward Pepe is there. Di Maria. Neymar on his outside. Di Maria chooses left, and Modric. Contrell. Here is Isco. Carvajal. It's lovely football again from Real Madrid. This is Gareth Bale driving at that Barcelona defence. Benzema awaiting a cross, may get it from Di Maria. He went for the shot instead.
It's good control possession from Real Madrid, isn't it? Hasn't always been their forte in the last few seasons. They seem more prepared tonight to be passing the ball, lending the ball to a teammate, getting it back. Loads of options for a player in possession wearing that white shirt. Ancelotti has had 2 goes at Barcelona this year. He's learnt considerably in those 2 matches.
A penny for Dani Alves' thoughts tonight over his coach's team selection, with Neymar playing ahead of him. Doesn't always, it's not his first thought, Neymar. He's still very young, still learning the game, but his work rate off the ball continues to be questioned. No doubting his ability in attack. In those wide positions, you have to do more in the modern game.
Real Madrid set up now. It's 4-4. Gareth Bale playing off a Benzema. 2 banks of forward. You can clearly see there.
Iniesta, lovely ball to Fabregas. There is Neymar. A little old-fashioned look from Messi, who wanted the cutback, but the travel towards Neymar at the far post.
That's a great pass from Iniesta. And behind Carvajal. And that's all Fabregas could do. He'll hope for a little bit more curve on the ball. So it's finding its way back to the player at the far post. We see Dani Alves dispossessed there by Isco, and then they were off. It's going to be a controversial decision. It was a very close call. I thought Di Maria was in an offside position when the pass was made. He finished it off in fine style.
Here's Messi. Jordi Alba. Messi just can't work off his first touch. And the boys behind the scenes are poring over that incident when Barcelona were looking for an offside flag against Di Maria. Scott, Jerry and Gio van Bronckhorst will pore over it again at half-time, but we're hearing that he might just have been slightly onside.
It's not an easy job, is it, being an assistant referee? It's players that possess such speed and move the ball so quickly.
Fabregas. Xavi. Neymar. Alves. Jordi Alba. Almost took advantage of Carvajal's misread of the cross.
They don't score too many goals in this fashion, do they? Whipping it in. Well, it's one fullback to the other fullback. It's no surprise to see Jordi Alba attacking the far post, but to win a ball in the air up against the bigger Real Madrid defenders. Him in particular has really got forward on this left-hand side. I imagine Tata Martino will be looking for Dani Alves to do likewise.
Well, our production team are just dotting the I's, crossing the T's on that Real Madrid goal. And we think it might be the right foot of Marc Bartra that played Di Maria onside.
It's a good spot by the assistant referee.
And he's definitely onside here. Benzema looks for Di Maria. He wanted a free kick. Referee couldn't have had a better view. Said no. Xavi. A bit of time here for Dani Alves. Xavi Hernandez. Cesc Fabregas. Jordi Alba. Alonso with the interception. Di Maria looking for a quick break here. Passes wayward of Bale. Iniesta. Messi. Can he burst into life here? Leo Messi looks for Alba. And Neymar just stole the march there on Contral, but he couldn't control the header.
Enjoying the bigger share of possession now, Barcelona. Doesn't seem to be phasing Real Madrid too much. This must be becoming a familiar feeling for Barcelona, conceding a goal in the early stages of the game. And it's Atletico Madrid against Granada at the weekend. On those occasions, they couldn't get the goal back.
Dani Alves. Xavi. Bartra for Jordi Alba. Here's Busquets. Neymar. And Xavi never troubling Casillas.
For once there, Xavi making the wrong decision. That's what Barcelona are going to have to try and do. It's a well-drilled midfield and back four for Real Madrid now. They're going to have to come up with something a little bit special. Whether it's a player running with the ball, taking a player on. Get someone who can find an imaginative pass to break up this defence of Real Madrid.
Always been very tactically astute, hasn't he, Carlo Ancelotti? As Zinedine Zidane and the Englishman Paul Clement alongside him on the touchline. The Real Madrid think tank is winning the day up to now. Barcelona struggling to open up this well-drilled unit. Here's Bale. A little short for Benzema. And Bartra. Don't think the referee has seen too much in this. Bartra's frustrated anyway, having taken a stray arm, it would seem, from Contral.
Don't see anything untoward there from Contral.
No. If Marc Bartra hadn't recovered his corner here, took a slight deflection. If Bartra hadn't recovered from a thigh problem that kept him out of last weekend's league game, Barcelona might have been forced to start Carlos Puyol tonight. Piqué was always going to miss. And Barcelona's refusal to strengthen the central defence in the last couple of years rather come home to roost. Fabregas marking Pepe. That might be something that Real Madrid can exploit. Dani Alves on Ramos.
Well, looking at it, I think they've got one prominent marker in Sergio Busquets. Marc Bartra, central defender alongside Mascherano, isn't the biggest central defenders in the world. And apart from that, hence the reason you're seeing Fabregas picking up Pepe and Dani Alves picking up Ramos. They have no choice.
I talked earlier about the fullbacks that Ancelotti is currently having to do without. He won't want a lasting problem here for Contrao. Almost looking as if he was orchestrating a stoppage there, the left back. Jordi Alba, who of course knows this ground very well from his years with Valencia. Iniesta. Dani Alves. Xavi. And it's Jordi Alba. Block was from Modric.
And he keeps getting in, doesn't he, Jordi Alba? Really persistent down this left flank. No obvious player for Barcelona playing on the left, so he does have the space to manoeuvre down there and move into the position. Relatively unnoticed by Real Madrid.
Legal pressure on Xavi. Alves. Fabregas. Xavi. Iniesta beaten to that by Di Maria.
At times they do it well, Barcelona, not in the manner that they used to 3 or 4 seasons ago, but they all switched on and they see a bit of encouragement. It was Iniesta there who was pressing against Carvajal and Pepe.
Barcelona looking to avoid their 3rd consecutive defeat. It's over 11 years ago since that last happened. Fabregas. Messi. Jordi Alba. Back with Leo Messi. Here's Iniesta. Drops invitingly here for Isco. Luka Modric. Fine work from Modric. Opens the play out here for Carvajal. He likes that switch ball, but he couldn't pick out Bale on that occasion.
We associate Xabi Alonso, don't we, as being the holding midfield, defensive midfield player, but it's Luka Modric, and particularly when Messi gets the ball. He turns into action, presses really quick, closes down Lionel Messi. He's done it really well so far this evening.
He's become more and more of a leader, Terry, in the Real Madrid side as the season has gone on, Luka Modric. Very important in Ancelotti's setup. Here's Alba for Iniesta, driven a little wider than he'd have hoped. It's a throw. Most of the Barcelona fans packed into that end that Real Madrid defend in this first half. Neymar. Xavi. Di Maria with a steal this time.
It's so narrow at times, though, the Barcelona attack. And Fabregas playing in that position, he doesn't give them obvious width. That relies solely down to the responsibility of Jordi Alba. And Real Madrid are quite content to defend very narrow. They don't have too much fear about high crosses coming into the box anyway. And they're prepared to let Barcelona have it in wide positions. So far, it's working for Real Madrid.
Would that have been the case had a Pedro or an Alexis started tonight? Depends on your point of view. Busquets. Messi on the periphery of things up to now. Neymar. Jordi Alba. Wasn't a great deal of pressure on Contrao, but he was taking no chances. Barcelona quickly about this corner kick. It's Messi. And there's no power at all in that.
It's fair to say he looks at it this evening, doesn't he? Involved more in the game. Looks to be a lot more dynamic than the performance against Atletico Madrid. So far, the best attacking players for Barcelona have been both the fullbacks, Alves and Jordi Alba.
Barcelona empty in midfield as Isco finds Bale. Isco wants the return. Bale drives past Dani Alves. Isco! Great defending by Jordi Alba. That was a wonderful sniff of the danger there from the left back, popping up into a centre-back position. It was crucial. Here's Fabregas. Xavi. In by Dani Alves, comfortable for Pepe.
The reason the midfield was empty was Busquets retreated and dropped into the centre of the defence pretty quickly. No Marc Bartra. So Busquets filled in for him. It was a great big hole there for Isco to pick the ball up, set up another Real Madrid attack. The attacks are certainly less frequent from Real Madrid, but they look more threatening, don't they? It does suit them having this one-goal lead. Good shape, good disciplined display. Skill and pace on the counter-attack. I believe they can score one or two more goals, Real Madrid.
Neymar. Iniesta. Looks for Jordi Alba. Pepe away. Fabregas. Drop here for Dani Alves. Andres Iniesta. Di Maria for Benzema. Bale wanting the early goal in the middle. It's Gareth Bale. He can't quite get there. Busquets did. Here's Benzema. And once again, Real Madrid stretched the Barcelona side. Had there been a little bit more weight on the pass, Bale was in. Here's Messi. Space now for Xavi. Neymar. He has to be offside. Flag duly up against Neymar.
Di Maria and Isco have been fabulous in this first half. You see Neymar in the offside position. They spring their counter-attacks, they get forward in support. If nothing happens and they lose possession again, they're straight back in into that four-man midfield, straight back in that position. Don't allow Barcelona to counter-attack themselves. It's been a really hard-working performance from two really skillful players.
You may have noticed in those fixtures coming up over the next few days that Real Madrid weren't mentioned in terms of a domestic match. The Federation are giving them extra time to prepare for the first leg of the Champions League semi-final against Bayern Munich. Atletico Madrid were also given that option not to play this coming weekend, but they said no, we'll play. Such is their confidence at the moment. And that Good Friday match at home to Elche, where they could put 6 points between themselves and Real Madrid, and 7 ahead of Barcelona. No pressure on Carvajal, but decides he wouldn't try and work off the first touch. It's in behind for the corner.
I think it's the right decision. He wasn't aware that there was no one coming in at the far post either, and it was too much of a risk to do anything other than put it out for the corner.
Which will be taken by Xavi. just out of play. A questioning look from Di Maria. It's close.
I'm not so sure there's any merit in Barcelona actually taking the long corner, is there? And see Busquets and Bartra were the only two players that Real Madrid should be concerned about in terms of an aerial threat. So Pepe, Ramos, Carvajal's decent in the air. Benzema's coming back out to help out as well.
Here's Iniesta. Benzema for Isco, who's trying to seek out Bale. And 3 or 4 times in this first half, that little triangle of quick passing has had Barcelona stretched.
I got the thumbs up from Gareth Bale because it was the right intention, wasn't it, from Isco? I'm surprised his skill didn't shine through and the pass wasn't better.
There has been times in recent games where some of the criticism levelled at Barcelona without a Pedro or an Alexis is a lack of width. I don't think it's been a problem of width tonight, maybe just raw pace. I know Jordi Alba is quick, but both Pedro and Alexis have enjoyed excellent seasons, and they must be so frustrated to be on the outside looking in for most of the last few weeks when this man Fabregas has been selected regularly by Tata Martino. Hasn't found his best game in the last few weeks. Cesc Fabregas, that's for sure. Here's Iniesta. Carvajal hoping the ball will go out. He might pay for that because here's Messi!
It's a snapshot, isn't it, for Lionel Messi? He doesn't worry, doesn't bother to take the touch, to control it. A bit of to and thrown in the penalty box. It falls kindly for him. Yes, we expect him to be hitting the target. It wasn't an easy attempt, wasn't an easy finish. I think Tata Martino's going to have to make a decision at half-time. I personally think Iniesta should go back into the midfield and work in tandem alongside Xavi. And it could be a case argued for perhaps bringing on Pedro and Alexis at half-time or early in the second half.
Busquets. Real Madrid hunting packs, but space acquired here by Jordi Alba. Fabregas. Neymar. Fabregas. Here's Messi. A rather belated claim from Leo Messi, and he might have been balked. The referee having none of it.
I think that's worthy of a genuine penalty appeal from Lionel Messi. Let's have a look as it goes in. The nearest of touches was a little bit of contact, certainly not a foul. And you see for the first time in half there, Di Maria couldn't get back. There was a little bit more space there for Barcelona, and Gareth Bale was the nearest player, and I think he has to fill in for him.
This is Pepe. Di Maria. Pepe losing out to Fabregas. Just had a little thought about dragging Fabregas back there, but on a yellow card, he just had the quickness of thought to pull out of it. Certainly the intention was there.
I don't think he's the best decision maker ever that's played at centre-back, Pepe. He just decided to let go in the nick of time now.
More cohesion about the Real Madrid play, despite having only 32% of the possession so far. They moved the ball around in crisper fashion. Their movement has been better. Barcelona need to go through another gear, I think, if they're going to break this Real Madrid side down. So well organised in getting back into shape when they lose the ball.
Just doesn't get enough of the ball there, does he, Mascherano? And it is a challenge from behind.
These are not happy times to be a Barcelona supporter. Here's Di Maria. Benzema just unable to get more into his shot there. Eyes must have lit up there for a fleeting moment.
And it's a really good run from Di Maria. Uses his right foot, gets the cross in. It's an accurate cross. Again, a difficult technique for Benzema. You saw the front two in the box there, didn't you, Val and Benzema? That's how Ancelotti is playing it.
Yes, in every respect, these are troubled times for Barcelona on the pitch. Institutionally, they've been almost imploding over the last year or so. We're at half-time at the Mestalla. Barcelona, unsurprisingly, have had more of the ball. Messi's had one or two sights of goal, but the only goal scored by Angel Di Maria at the end of a brilliant Real Madrid move. It came in the 11th minute, and Real Madrid lead in the Copa del Rey final at the break by a single goal to nil.
Yes, and in that first half, it's been Carlo Ancelotti who's got his tactics spot on. Lionel Messi and co kept pretty quiet so far. We'll get the thoughts of Gio and Jerry in just a couple of minutes' time, where the pressure is on both these sides, as there always is in a Clásico, even more so tonight. And in the Copa del Rey final, Real lead Barcelona by a goal to nil, and you can see how much it means to them all.
But his work ethic's great, Scott, because he drops into making a four-man midfield. He leaves Bale, who's not tracking back as much, and Benzema, who doesn't track back hardly at all. You know, and they're making it really difficult for Barcelona. And there we go. Jordi Alba off. So that's got to be an injury. With Adriano coming on for Jordi Alba, has to be an injury.
Saw Cristiano Ronaldo there being taken photos and signing autographs. They're not missing him in the first half. Let's see if they miss him in the second. So we turn to Terry Gibson and Kevin Keatings.
Thank you, Scott. Welcome back. Well, Terry was chatting to me at half-time and saying that Jordi Alba had been one of Barcelona's two best attacking players in that first half. He's clearly picked up an injury. So the only change Martino has made, Pedro and Alexis remain on the bench, is that Adriano has replaced Alba at left back. Unsurprisingly, Real Madrid have the same 11 out there. Barcelona's season is perhaps less than 45 minutes away from total collapse. Remember, we do have the possibility of extra time and penalties in the Copa del Rey final of 2014. Barcelona looking to extend their record number of wins in the competition to 27. This is their 37th final. Barcelona hold the record for most final appearances. This is their 39th. Rather curiously, they've only won 18 of the previous 38. Offside against Neymar. So, what's your thinking at this point, Terry?
I'm surprised that Tata Martino hasn't made any changes in personnel at half-time. I think it was glaringly obvious that they needed some more pace in attack, and Iniesta back into his normal midfield position. It's 2.5 games now without Barcelona scoring a goal, which is most unlike Barcelona. I think so far so good for Real Madrid. Tactically, Ancelotti's got it really good. They're well set up, they're well drilled. They're still posing a threat every time they fall forward on the counter-attack. They have to retain their discipline. That's in terms of team shape and mentally as well. Control got involved in one or two affairs, Pepe. So I think they're just concentrate on their football, concentrate on this discipline that they've showed in the first half. And it's still going to be difficult for Barcelona to break through.
Xavi. Alves, whom Terry named as Barcelona's equal best attacker in the first half. Certainly the fullbacks who are providing the width and any potential threat when they've tried to go down the middle. There's been no gaps at all afforded by Real Madrid. None there from Ramos. Here's Alves. Iniesta. Carvajal with the interception. A good ball for Modric. No foul there. Referee. Another excellent view. Here's Bale. Gets away from Busquets. Great run from Gareth Bale! Side netting only. Holds his hands to his face in anguish. Good sight of Pinto's goal there for the Welshman.
And he finds it so easy, doesn't he, to drift past defenders. Fabregas claiming the free kick there. Lack of players getting back in position again. And Gareth Bale just drifts past defenders so easily. And for the toe poke finish. Other options to his left. And he went for goal. Just couldn't hit the target. Forced Pinto at least into making a save.
Oh, Messi cleaned out there by Pepe. Remember, he's on a first half yellow card. One of 3 players booked in the opening period, along with Isco and Neymar.
It's crowded out there, wasn't it? Modric, Carvajal, then the sweeping attack. Drifts inside, gets past defenders too easily, it has to be said, against Barcelona. And for the toe poke finish, Benzema was to his left, was in a really good position. And now is this a profitable position for Barcelona.
So often Messi has been the man for the big occasion. Apart from his hat-trick in last month's Clásico, far from his best in recent weeks. Is this his moment? No. Straight into the celebrating Real Madrid fans behind the goal.
Sets it off outside the post, but it's got the wrong trajectory on it. I've seen him score from that range.
It's a scowling Messi, and a pensive Martino.
It's a reckless challenge from Pepe, though, wasn't it? We saw Isco booked early on for that challenge that he made. I would suggest Pepe's was worse than Isco's, but of course Pepe on a yellow card, it becomes a serious decision for the referee. And he let Pepe off on that occasion.
Isco. Very frustrated earlier on in the season. Isco at losing his place when Carlo Ancelotti changed his formation from 4-2-3-1 to a 4-3-3 that served him so well this season. As we've touched on tonight, it's been almost like a 4-4-2. Gareth Bale's been playing up alongside Benzema and really enjoying the spaces he's found. It's almost been a little bit of a surprise to Barcelona. Real Madrid's tactics tonight are working so well up to now.
Not the first team recently to play 2 up against Barcelona and have 2 backs of 4 behind the ball. And 4 backs push on for Barcelona, which invariably means if you leave 2 up, it's 2 against 2. I meant earlier when I said Ancelotti has learnt a few things along the way this season. It's clear that the front line of Bale and Benzema, 2 against 2, are going to cause any 2-man defence a problem or 2.
Especially the Barcelona defence missing Piqué and Puyol. Had to play Sergio Busquets at centre-back last weekend against Granada, alongside Mascherano, who still looks upon himself as a central midfield player. Certainly plays there for his country. Here's Fabregas. Xavi. Messi. Steal was from Pepe. Was he caught? Yes, yellow card here for Mascherano. Wondered on Pepe's heart rate any good. Of course, he saw the referee just peering over him with the yellow card out of his pocket, but it had to go to Mascherano.
I don't think Pepe's heart rate is ever at a normal level, Kevin, during a game of football. Here's Mascherano here with a crude challenge. See Pepe striding forward, and it's quite a cynical challenge from Mascherano, worthy of the yellow card. Adriano was trying to get back, but it was a really good run from Pepe, isn't it? Taking the game to the opposition. You have to be courageous, Real Madrid. They know that Barcelona can have more possession. They don't want to retreat too deep. They need to be courageous and keep those two players up the pitch to cause Barcelona a problem. It can be quite easy to drop Bale back into midfield. Becomes a 4-5-1. The ball is predominantly in the defensive half of the pitch for Real Madrid, so it's important they stick to what they've been doing so far.
Just looking at a very young and inexperienced Real Madrid bench there. There's been quite an incision into their squad with the injuries to the likes of Ronaldo and Khedira, Arbeloa, Marcelo, Di Maria's free kick. Away by Busquets, only as far as Bale!
It's his fifth attempt on goal at least, and he's been close on so many of those. Under a little bit of pressure. The ball is cleared, Busquets races out, turns his back on it. I think Gareth Bale on that occasion will be disappointed he didn't keep it under the crossbar. Had a really good season, Gareth Bale, hasn't he? I think one or two people are waiting for him to really turn it on. Get a goal or two in one of the big games.
Here's Benzema. Barcelona losing cheap possession, which cost them for the only goal so far. Scored after 11 minutes by Di Maria. Here's Xavi. Barcelona, as we know, with extra gears, but haven't found them yet. Xavi, Fabregas, Iniesta. Excellent work from Isco. Now Dani Alves. Messi. Alves. Nobody beyond pressurising Carvajal.
Again, it's not one of those crosses. There's no strength for Barcelona, so I'm not entirely sure why it's an easy option for one of the wide players just to hoist it into the box, hope for the best. It's playing into the hands of the Real Madrid defenders.
Well, the concern is evident. Still a long way to go, but no discernible change in the pattern of the game from what we saw for much of the first, and the pace and the dynamism in the Real Madrid counter-attacks are still a genuine threat to Barcelona. Benzema caught offside on that occasion. Barcelona are claiming a deliberate handball there. Was against Isco, so there was an inquiry to the referee Mateo Lahoz. Isco, one of the three players on a booking. This is Dani Alves. Neymar. He's not really found his A game at all. Not the only one out there in those famous Barcelona colours. Need a lift from somewhere. Where's it coming from? Iniesta. Messi, Neymar, Messi's little flick, Pepe wins the header. Alves trying to get there first, he's got a little slow. And that'll be a Barcelona throw. Neymar. Fabregas clutching his right ankle. Ramos has a word with his Spanish international teammate. Great turn from Xavi. Adriano. Iniesta. Just signs of a little bit more tempo in the Barcelona passing and movement. Offside. Flag is up from the assistant on the near side.
You see the appeals from Fabregas there. I thought it was an intentional handball from this guy. It's a silly decision to make, isn't it? I think he's a lucky boy there. This is exactly what I was talking about, though. Real Madrid are dropping deeper. They're showing signs of anxiety already, despite having all this experience in their team, World Cup winners, such illustrious names. Just a one-goal lead. They're defending what they've got. They're dropping deeper and deeper. That's allowing Barcelona good possession now in the attacking half of the pitch.
Neymar. They're given away to Messi. This is Fabregas. Terrific work again by Di Maria's being the best player on the pitch out there tonight. Xavi. In by Dani Alves. Pepe unchallenged. Modric has given it away. Here's Iniesta. Xavi. Can't find the slide rule pass for Fabregas.
Well, it has to be to his feet because he lacks pace. He also got in the way of the earlier attack as well. I think it's critical that Tata Martino puts that extra pace on. Immediately we see that decision.
So, coming up to the hour mark, pace in the shape of Pedro Rodriguez. Huge roar from the Barcelona fans. This is what they want to see. $18 goals this season, got a record of 1 every 2 appearances in the Copa del Rey, and so many big goals in the past. On big occasions from Pedro. Can he deliver again?
2 in the first 25 minutes and the 3-0 Copa del Rey victory in 2012. They'll be hoping he can have the same impact in what's almost 30 minutes today.
Good work again here by Di Maria. Stretching Adriano. Support from Carvajal. Corner.
It's better from Real Madrid. It's been a while, certainly all this half, before we've seen one of the full-backs get forward. They still need to show adventure. They can't just sit back and defend. There's too long left. They have to poke back at Barcelona from time to time. And they will come alive, Real Madrid, on their set piece. They know they have the aerial advantage. Looks at Pepe and Ramos in particular, hoping for the correct delivery from Modric, which is probable.
Pepe and Ramos looking for space. And the header was from Benzema. The yard either side of Pinto was interesting. Certainly got some power on it. Poor throw out from Pinto. Seized upon eagerly by Isco. Xavi gets in a mess with Busquets. Here's Benzema. And the pressure stays on Barcelona.
Yeah, good spell for Real Madrid. And you see the header from the corner. Benzema, great power on it. Straight at the goalkeeper, Pinto. Will really switch on Real Madrid. He will see this as a definite goal-scoring opportunity.
Before a ball was kicked last Wednesday, Barcelona was still on for the treble. If they lose this cup final, they could end up with nothing but the Spanish Super Cup. Alonso claiming a deflection, and this time a goal kick's been given.
I think Ramos is claiming more than the deflection, Kevin. I think he's having a little inquiry about being impeded in the box from the corner.
Dani Alves. Xavi. It's just not happening for Neymar.
Ramos against Dani Alves. No. He's looking to go to ground too easily there. The ref's done well tonight. He's seen a number of attempts, hasn't he? Spotted them from both teams to try and get free kicks, penalties. Foul down from Pedro. That's what he's going to do, show some urgency. You made the point earlier, Kevin, about the bench being stronger for Barcelona. Not too many options. You've got Morata, who can freshen things up in attack. Mendy, inexperienced now, midfield player. There's no one who can do that job that Di Maria's doing, though, or Isco's doing. They're really putting in the miles this evening, those two, doing a really important job. Highlighted there by Isco tackling back.
Here's Iniesta. Barcelona trying to build some momentum. Carvajal doing a good job on Neymar. Adriano. Here's Bartra. He's going to have a crack. Had a bit of action on it as well. Casillas just happy to get hands behind that.
It's as good an attempt at goal that they've had, Barcelona. Unlikely source, the central defender stepping out the back. No surprise that the central defender for Barcelona can step into midfield. The effort as well.
Xavi's corner, easily away by Ramos. Alves.
As well, he steps into that area, not closed down sufficiently. Might get a little nick off the back of Ramos.
Alonso. Good ball into space here for Di Maria. It's Benzema. Oh, and Pinto just getting a hand to that. Might just have crept in from Karim Benzema.
That's a really good save. Again, flying football from Real Madrid. Pinto got beat at his near post at the weekend against Granada, determined not to allow it to happen again. Just gets the faintest of touches on it. Strikes the outside of the post.
Starting their repertoire of victory songs a trifle early, I think. Still over a quarter of the game to go. But if Real Madrid were to get a second, and Bale has got a second! Or has he? No. Pinto thought the referee was pointing to the centre spot for a Gareth Bale goal, but he'd spotted the flag up for offside. Oh, just for a moment, though, anyone with an allegiance to Barcelona held their breath.
The Real Madrid fans would have been out their seats. It certainly looked as if they're going to cause problems from every set piece, every corner. But it did appear that Gareth Bale was in an offside position, and no complaints from Gareth Bale. There was almost an apologetic finish that he knew he was offside before he made contact with the ball.
Here's Adriano, space to drive into. Neymar. Carvajal's had a really consistent game tonight at right back. It's a corner though to Barca. Messi just peels outside the penalty area, joins Iniesta there, just for any clearance, and Bartra! Oh yes! Marc Bartra! His first ever goal in the Copa del Rey, and it's a huge one for Tata Martino and Barcelona. 1-1 in the cup final.
Well, it's brilliant from the young central defender. Showing signs of responsibility. Grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck. We saw him go close earlier with a long-range effort. And here, just two players for Real Madrid to mark. It's terrible defending. It's Pepe. Loses the run of Bartra. And it's a fantastic header from Marc Bartra. Gets it away from Iker Casillas. It's swerving away from the vain effort from the Real Madrid goalkeeper. Right into the corner. It did not look like they were going to score. And it's come from an unlikely source. But it's a great header for Marc Bartra.
You know, I was just thinking a couple of minutes before that, Terry, whether we were going to get the ultimate plan B from Tata Martino and Barcelona. Carlos Puyol on for the last few minutes, playing at centre forward and doing something just like that. Well, it's the youngster Bartra who comes up trumps.
He showed good personalities in this second half. A young player, still inexperienced. And he's shown signs of taking real responsibility. Just give his career at Barcelona a real shot in the arm.
Well, if we're looking for a Barcelona player to step up and take that responsibility, with due respect, Marc Bartra would have been pretty low in the list. Coming just moments after Gareth Bale had a goal disallowed at the other end.
Ancelotti will be absolutely fuming though, won't he? It was Pepe's job was to pick up Bartra. And just Busquets and Bartra, that's all you have to worry about when the ball is delivered in the air. Unforgivable that Real Madrid allowed Bartra a free header, really. Plenty of work to do on the header. Showed great determination and a desire to get the movement to lose Pepe.
You double up on those two and you've still got white shirts defending your penalty area. Fascinatingly poised now with 20 minutes of normal time to go. Remember, extra time and penalties possible.
By and large, Barca have had the better of the second half, but Real Madrid have had good chances again to finish this game off. Bale's had a couple, Benzema's gone close.
Isco. Taken on here by Bale. He's got a yard start here on Dani Alves. It's Gareth Bale. Pinto with strong hands. And now Pedro. Xavi.
It's chaos now, isn't it? End-to-end stuff. Nothing really developing in midfield. And both teams going flat out for the next goal.
Ronaldo kicking every ball alongside Khedira and Marcelo. Those three missing out through injury.
It's difficult to look at Real Madrid's side and to choose where Ancelotti could make a change. You see those players sitting in the crowd there injured. It does leave them a little bit short. I mean, the whole midfield player, Varane has essentially fled them. Morata is the obvious one to come and freshen things on up front. Benzema and Bale still look full of running.
Barcelona still with the option of the very dangerous Alexis Sanchez from the bench. Real Madrid end. Quiet. Barcelona fans have been quiet for almost since Di Maria scored the opening goal in the 11th minute. It's Barca coming on strong now. Neymar drops for Dani Alves. Feels for handball and given. Frustration there for Pedro.
You can see the ball is played back in. Pinto is beyond Gareth Bale. There's just one defender behind Gareth Bale. And therefore the assistant referee is correcting and giving the offside decision.
Not too close to call at this stage.
Pepe goes in with real force here. He takes out one of his teammates. Carvajal is going up with Neymar. Neymar does well to avoid the challenge from both the Real Madrid players, and unfortunately enough, real damage done to Dani Carvajal.
Growing as a player, isn't he?
Oh, he's a good player. He's been an excellent decision to bring him back from Bayer Leverkusen. I think he's had a really, really good season. Some good young players at Real Madrid as well, and that's where they invested their money last summer. Gareth Bale, Isco, Yaramendi, bringing back Dani Carvajal, Casemiro as well. The future certainly looks good for Real Madrid.
Iniesta. Barcelona continuing to dominate possession. Messi. Iniesta. Alves. It's wild from the Brazilian.
I don't think he thought of anything else there. I think the previous attack they had, I thought he was going to have a go from distance. Busquets heads it clear, almost puts it back in here. We see it at the corner from Xavi. Archer just so easily gets away from Pepe, just drops a yard behind the Real Madrid central defender. That's a terrific header. Would be appreciated by Pico as well, wasn't it, as a central defender.
Casillas pressurised by Messi. Now Busquets. Carvajal, Modric. Iniesta. A lucky break here for Messi. Iniesta. Alves calling for it. Here is Dani Alves. Neymar, lovely layoff for Adriano. Route to the byline, blocked by Pepe. Back with Neymar. Pendulum swinging in favour at this moment of Barcelona. It's a little petulant kick out there from Ramos, always just beneath the surface in this player. Unnecessary.
Oh, love lost there, was there, between the two former Sevilla teammates? A lot of water has passed under the bridge since they both left Sevilla. And a lot of Clásicos. Just looking at one or two of the changes that might be available to Ancelotti. I'm not sure. Xabi Alonso's contributing enough at the moment. I haven't mentioned him too much in the game. A lot of the defending work has been done by Luka Modric. He appears to be toiling a little bit, Xabi Alonso. He's dropping deeper, therefore the team drops deeper. They just need to freshen up in that central midfield area.
Here's Messi. Gets it back off Dani Alves. Skips round Alonso as if he wasn't there. Good ball here for Dani Alves. Barcelona a real threat at the moment. Away by Carvajal. This is Xavi. And offside. Was it? No. There's a long look around at the assistant on the near side against Neymar. Yes, the flag was up. I'm in charge. Mateo Lahoz suggesting that there's rather one too many referees out there at the moment. Real Madrid were searching this man for the flag against Neymar, but he wasn't offside.
No, I'm not so sure the assistant referee put the flag up. I think the referee was making the point there that it was his decision. If that's true, it's a big call from that angle.
I talked earlier, Terry, about Real Madrid dropping deeper, and has it been just about that, the way Barcelona have asserted themselves in this second half?
I think it's the natural instincts, Kevin. When one team's losing, they have to show more urgency to get forward. In Real Madrid's case, they're protecting the lead. You notice one or two signs of anxiety creeping in. They set deeper and deeper, and they're inviting this sort of pressure. At the moment, on the face of it, looks like Barcelona are going to create the next chance, but when this happens, Real Madrid have every chance of getting the winner.
This is what they're seeking, the quick counter-attack. Here's Benzema. Brilliant. That was wonderful defending from Mascherano. Adriano. Taken on here by Neymar. Not the best of games, but still some important minutes ahead where somebody can write their name large in the headlines tomorrow morning.
I think that's a dilemma for both coaches now. Is it particularly Tata Martino? He's used two of his subs, just the one left, and might be going towards extra time. Before he decides to bring on Alexis Sanchez.
Pepe. 10 minutes to go of normal time. Modric, great balance to get away from Busquets. Luka Modric, almost the man to put Real Madrid in front.
Yes, Di Maria feeds him in. Luka Modric, cracking little player, gets away from the attempted tackle from Sergio Busquets. If he's behind that as we are there, you can see how close it was off the outside of the post. Halfway there, he probably thought he had a chance of creeping in.
Xavi, Iniesta, great pass to Neymar. Pepe commits him a long way out. And just got the merest of touches, we presume, because the referee's given a corner. Oh, I'm not sure Pepe did get a touch, maybe. Oh, yeah. I think his thigh in the end rather than the toe of his boot.
He goes through Carvajal as well before he gets to the ball, and Pedro. Good determination. He just about gets away with it.
Risky, and I think that's all he could do in the circumstances. In by Xavi. Pepe defends rather better than he did for the equalising goal, but it's another Barcelona corner. Alves. Tidied up by Modric, and now Isco into the path, invitingly here, of Benzema. This is Di Maria.
It's a hands-up moment from Dani Alves who gave the ball away. Again, frantic defending from Barcelona, just rushing to get back in position. White shirts pouring forward, and again the wrong decision from Di Maria on this occasion. Bale was in support to his right.
Iniesta. Pedro. Neymar. Look at Messi just poised on the edge of the penalty area, taking no part in this attack. Just hoping that the ball would drop to him eventually, but Adriano's effort comfortably dealt with by Casillas.
Well, there's an argument, isn't there, that his teammates are not finding with the ball as much, but I think there he could do a lot more to assist them. Surely if you're playing up front and you've got Xavi and Iniesta in midfield, in good movement, they're going to spot. And I promise you, he will be their first option. The first person they look for when they get the ball will be to Lionel Messi.
This is Pedro. Neymar. Messi trots into the penalty area this time. Alves. Here is Messi. Alves. Messi. Just beyond Xavi, who joined up. Got a 2-on-1 momentarily there at the far post. Contrao. Bale. Oh, Bartra. Beat for pace here by Gareth Bale. It's a terrific run. Can he go all the way? Gareth Bale lights up the Copa del Rey final. A Welshman abroad celebrates. And Real Madrid are less than 6 minutes away from lifting the Copa del Rey through Gareth Bale.
Well, they said he needed a big goal. It doesn't come any bigger than this. And it's self-made. It started deep. It was a Barcelona attack. But once Gareth Bale got the ball, he was impeded, he was fouled. I believe the referee was going to blow for the free kick. But rightly and thankfully for Real Madrid, he allows the advantage. And Gareth Bale takes full advantage. He goes from lane 1 to lane 8, comes back inside. Bartra thinks about making the challenge. He knows he can't in the penalty box. If he mistimes it, it's going to be a penalty. Gareth Bale has the strength there, the speed, the skill at the end of it, just to prod it past Pinto. It's a brilliant goal. An absolutely fantastic goal from Gareth Bale.
And how many players would have just gone down there looking to cause a problem for Marc Bartra in terms of discipline from the referee? But he gets handsome reward for staying on his feet. He believed he was going to outstrip him. And such composure at the end of it. Absolutely brilliant. And Ancelotti reacts immediately to his side going in front by bringing off Di Maria and replacing him with a defensive midfield player in Asier Iaramendi. Barcelona must dig deep once again. Now goal scorer Bartra off, the Chilean Alexis Sanchez on. Busquets just nominally dropping into a central defensive role now. He'll probably just go 2 at the back now. They'll have so much of the ball. They have to go for broke here and risk a Real Madrid counter-attack. Here's Bale. He's done well again to pick out Benzema. Can he finish it here? Karim Benzema. Great chance to do so. Pinto with the save. Vital at this point.
Barca desperately chasing the equaliser, but I tend to think there's going to be space for Real Madrid. Not long left, but they're still going to find the space to get that goal back as Barca get that goal ahead again to take their lead to 3-1. As Barcelona pile everybody forward. They have to gamble. Alexis Sanchez gamble has probably come too late.
Yellow card for Xabi Alonso. Isco, meantime, is going to be substituted. He's had an excellent game. With and without the ball. And exactly what Ancelotti wanted from him tonight. And more defensive solidity sought in the ample frame of the Brazilian Casemiro for the couple of minutes plus stoppage time that remain. Neymar. Xavi. Can Barcelona strike back again? Alves. Away by Pepe. Messi. Xavi. Oh, it's going through to Neymar! Oh, my goodness! And in that moment, Barcelona's season may crumble completely. He looked a certain scorer. Neymar wraps back off the post. And nobody there in a Barcelona shirt for the rebound.
Well, they found it really hard to create chances that clear. The only goal for Barcelona coming from a set piece. Neymar will count himself unlucky, but he has to score. No excuse, that range, that distance out, at this stage of the game, he has to finish that.
Ancelotti is bolting the stable door big time here. Varane now on for Benzema, and should it go to extra time, there'll be a curious-looking Real Madrid side out there for an extra 30 minutes. We're not over the line yet. Messi. Iniesta. Away by Pepe. Fourth official about to reveal how much stoppage time. Busquets, a minimum of 3 minutes. Modric. He won't have the pace of a Gareth Bale, but this will do at the moment for Real Madrid. Dani Alves inviting a problem here as he threw the ball at Modric. But look at this for a chance.
It's a great little back heel. And toe pokes it beyond Casillas. But he can't afford to get that wrong. It's only inches away from even hitting the inside of the post and going into the back of the net.
We've had 1 minute of the extra 3. The referee might find a few more seconds for Real Madrid time wasting here. What a week in the history of Barcelona. Not out of the Champions League by Atletico Madrid. Beaten by lowly Granada to become third favourites in the race for the La Liga title. And now on the cusp of losing the Copa del Rey final to their eternal rivals. Gareth Bale's goal, the difference. Here's Alexis. Alves. Flick on's a good one. Oh, and Pepe just happy to get something on that and turn it wide of the target. Neymar was sniffing another chance there. We're into the last 60 seconds. What a story if the veteran goalkeeper Pinto gets something on this. Ramos does. Adriano.
Pinto going to stay out, try and stay out from open play. As well, because it's going to take him longer than 30 seconds to get back. He should have done.
Casillas comes, doesn't get there. This is Messi. Time running out. Little over 20 seconds left. Crucially won by Mascherano. Now Bale. Surely he'll run this into the corner. And that should be just about enough for Real Madrid. It is enough. Gareth Bale wins the first major trophy of his career, and his goal was decisive late on. Without Cristiano Ronaldo, who at the moment doesn't join in the celebrations, but Gareth Bale, in what's been an excellent first season in Spain, the only criticism really levelled at him that he hadn't scored in a big match. Well, he most certainly has tonight, Terry. And Real Madrid, in the overall scheme of things, you think deserved it?
It was so close. I mean, we're always going to get that in the Clásicos, particularly a cup final. It could have gone either way, but it's a memorable finish. It's a memorable goal from Gareth Bale, one that he will remember for the rest of his life. A bit harsh, the criticisms that he hasn't scored in the big games, just 2 Clásicos, and that's what everyone's talking about so far before tonight. But when you come and dine at the top table and you're playing with the world's best, it's hard to have a massive impact. But he's done that tonight. He's taken on the mantle of Cristiano Ronaldo, who's unavailable this evening, and he's the match winner for Real Madrid.
What impact, what fallout now for Barcelona and Tata Martino?
Well, in the space of a week, it couldn't have gone any worse. Out of the Champions League, a defeat at Granada, defeat against their biggest rivals, Real Madrid, in the Copa del Rey final. They will still believe they've got a chance, an outside chance, of Real Madrid and Atletico slipping up. They have to go on, winning the rest of their games for the remainder of the season, and hope they're in with a chance when they play Atletico in the last game. But it's hard to see Real Madrid and Atletico both slipping up, and now Barcelona back into it. So, in the space of a week, it's gone horribly wrong for Barcelona.
It's an enormous trawl back to the top. They'll still believe in their philosophy and their style. I won't expect that to change in the years to come. Atletico Madrid are eclipsing the big 2 in terms of the title race, but the cup is once again back in the hands of Real Madrid, and very shortly we'll see them lift the trophy. It's finished. Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 1.
But what an enthralling match again between these 2 giants of Spanish football, giants of world football. And this special game has given us some special moments down the years. We've seen another tonight. In the tale of the €100 million players, it's Gareth Bale who comes up trumps. Neymar only hitting the post. Lionel Messi, well, he's got to be worth worth more than €100 million, hasn't he? But he wasn't able to get in the score sheet. Better in the second half, but not good enough. Gio Van Bronckhorst and Jerry Armstrong with me. Gio, worthy winners, Real Madrid, or not?
Well, if you see the whole match, yes. I mean, the second half, as you said, Barca was playing a lot better. Messi more involved in the game, asking the ball a lot more than the first half. But then again, you know, 10 minutes before time, giving Bale the ball with so much space, it's, you know, it's gonna damage you. And I think the duel Bartra Bale at the sideline, you know, normally the player cannot pass you. You have to make a foul. Maybe he's young, but and then with his speed, and we said before the game, this is the match. Maybe he's gonna score a goal and be vital, and he showed it today. But I think overall, Madrid are the worthy winners.
Jerry?
Much better second half from Barcelona, but not enough. The goal came from an unlikely source. They found it difficult still to break them down, Scott, and just in general play. But the movement was better, as Gio said, and Messi came into the game a little bit more. Had the chance from Neymar not hit the post and went in the back of the net, it could have been a different story. But the chances on the break that Real Madrid created, you know, I mean, there was 10 minutes before that, Bale had a chance that was saved by Pinto. Benzema missed a good chance as well. The Pinto saved at the near post. So their tactics were better for me. I think tactically they played a better game, and that's why they've won this match tonight. And I'm pleased for Gareth Bale in his first season in La Liga. He's got a trophy and he's got the winner. And I'm pleased for Ancelotti because he's worked hard this season.
I'm not quite sure why Pinto is smiling there, but we saw great shots of Lionel Messi and a story of how he's feeling right now. What do you think is going through his mind? He talked about before the game, he doesn't seem the same Lionel Messi as before, despite him scoring goals. Again, we didn't see the Lionel Messi we know we can tonight.
Normally you see Messi creating chances throughout the whole game. But as we said before, the first half he was not involved. The second half a bit more, but overall, his performance wasn't the way we are used to see Messi. But, still the Champions League is gone for Barcelona. Now the Cup. In the league, it's going to be very difficult. So it's been a very tough year for them.
What does this mean for Barcelona now, Jerry?
They're going to have to rethink straight away. Messi looks dejected to me. I've watched him over. His body language hasn't been good, as Gio said at the start of the game. It hasn't been good for weeks. And yet, about 6 weeks ago when he was back and he was scoring goals and playing well, he looked like he was enjoying his football. And I don't know what the problems are, but he doesn't seem happy at the moment. Tata, well, I think it's been written in the press for the last 3 months that he's going to be heading back to Argentina. That's the most likely scenario for me now. It's who's taking over at the end of the season. They're going to end up with nothing, and it's going to be tough on them, but sometimes you have to take it on the chin and bounce back next year.
We'll discuss more later, but let's get back to Terry and Kevin for the trophy presentation.
Well, Barcelona ruled not only European football, but were kings of the world in the Pep Guardiola era, when Xavi, Puyol, Iniesta and co rightly won all the plaudits. Is it the end of an entire era? I wondered about that. It's been levelled. Some people think it is. Puyol won't be playing any further part after this season. He's decided he will retire, unless, of course, with Barcelona's current ban in the next 2 transfer windows, which incidentally they will appeal, somehow he's asked to stay on again next season as they get their losers' medals from King Juan Carlos. But the dejection is evident. And you just wonder, in the current form that Messi is, so often the man to get them out of trouble in big games in the past. If he's not at it, it just takes too much percentage away from their overall game. And again, the little man not at his best tonight. But full credit to Carlo Ancelotti. Terry, we mentioned it in commentary, seemed to get his tactics a lot better than Martino tonight.
Yep, and it's another trophy for Ancelotti. His first in Spain and first with Real Madrid. An FA Cup with Chelsea, 2 Coppa Italias with AC Milan. But I think this will be top of the pile because of the pressure that comes with his job, the expectation, the demands. You don't want to stop here, will it? Still involved in the league race, still Champions League semi-final against Bayern Munich to come. This will give him a real boost. Take the pressure off slightly as well, having one trophy under his belt. But he got his tactics completely right tonight. Some terrific performances from his players. But for Barcelona, needs a freshen up.
The King will try his best to look impartial tonight, but I can tell you he is a Real Madrid fan. And this hurts as much as anything. Not only losing the chance to lift another trophy, but to lose it to their fiercest rivals.
The officials had a good game tonight, didn't they? Controversy on the first goal, but they were proved to be right. The offside decision, not given against Di Maria, they were correct. A few players, as you'd expect, trying to get penalties, they weren't given, the referee saw through them. It's not an easy game, you know, to officiate this, the Clásico.
So here come the victors. For the second time in 4 years in this stadium, they have beaten Barcelona in the final. A single goal from Cristiano Ronaldo in 2011. Tonight, it was Gareth Bale who stole the headlines. So many of these Real Madrid first team players missed out in terms of the action. But they're enjoying the party tonight. Remember, they don't play in La Liga this weekend. They've been given extra time off to prepare. And what a fillip for the first leg of their Champions League semi-final against Bayern Munich, live on Sky Sports next week. First leg at the Bernabeu. And they'll be in buoyant mood for that. But another trophy in their wonderful history will soon be in the hands of their captain. A captain who doesn't make the league side, Iker Casillas, but has played in all of the Copa del Rey matches this season and the Champions League. And you have to admire his professionalism in such a wonderful career. Still only 32 years old, to come out in these cup games and perform at the level he has, swallowing hard at losing his place to Diego Lopez. Special word for the injured Cristiano Ronaldo from the King, and now for Carlo Ancelotti, as Terry said, winning a domestic cup for the third time in his coaching career after AC Milan and Chelsea. And a warm embrace for Casillas. Zinedine Zidane, dare I say it, almost a final thought last in the line there, the great man, as the cup is about to be passed along the line. Casillas hugging the president there, Florentino Perez. Well, Barcelona have got a lot to sort out off the pitch. They've got plenty to deal with on the pitch. But it's a right royal celebration. Real Madrid, Copa del Rey winners for 2014. And Iker Casillas going to give everybody the best possible view as he raises the trophy aloft for the 19th time. Real Madrid, Copa del Rey champions.
How fitting is it for Iker Casillas? He's had a really tough season so far. Of course, Diego Lopez is the #1 when it comes to the league. But Iker Casillas, the legend that he is, and really shouldn't be allowed to be playing in these type of games, because the #1 should be, in my opinion anyway, the #1. But because he's such a legend, he plays in the Champions League and also the Copa del Rey. I think he deserves that, doesn't he, Jerry?
He does, but how long could that continue, Scott? You know, from his career point of view, and it puts a lot of pressure on Del Bosque as the national manager to choose him. But you know, he could go on and play in 2 semi-finals and end up in the final. You know, all things being equal, they could end up playing the final, maybe winning it, and that would be a great season for him in terms of trophies. But you know, it's the momentum carries on for Real Madrid. They've got Ronaldo to come back into the team, and their confidence is going to be sky high.
Full credit to Carlo Ancelotti and the whole of the Real Madrid side. I mean, they were under pressure in the second half, Gio. Withstood it, caught Barca on the break, and that's why you pay 100 million euros, isn't it?
Well, you can expect some goals, some assists for that money, but you know, it was a great goal. And as we said many times before, you know, the tactics of Madrid was better than Barcelona's tactic. So, you know, you don't want to be 2 against 2 in the back 7 minutes before time. You know, that's very dangerous. Although they had a great chance from Nijwel, who was hitting the post, but wasn't really in the game as well. So overall, a disappointing night for Barcelona.
Disappointing for Barcelona. Great scenes for Real Madrid. If you're a Real Madrid fan, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo not able to play tonight, but he can join in the celebrations, which I'm sure will go well into the night.